Considering how Heart always has her head in the clouds, you'd imagine her partner would have to be someone a little more level-headed, and that's the role Saki fits perfectly. She's not really Heart's rival, if anything, she's more like Heart's cool best friend, but there's a lot more to her than that. Saki isn't the best at expressing the softer side of herself, so she can sometimes come across as a little cold or unfriendly, though it's not as if she's secretly hiding some incredibly gushy, lovey-dovey personality underneath either. She's genuinely stern, and she has an extremely strong sense of responsibility. Unfortunately, the downside of that is that she tends to carry everything on her own rather than relying on other people. That sense of responsibility only hardened after she failed to save someone she cared deeply about. Now she carries the mindset of, if I don't handle this myself, somebody else could disappear. She comes from a pretty wealthy family and even studied overseas in Britain, from elementary school all the way through her first year of middle school. During this time, she met Fiona Mayfield, a girl from an aristocratic British family. At some point, the two visited a mountain range, and it was there that they were sucked into the elemental world through a dimensional distortion. Saki was rescued by her Arcana, but Fiona was left stranded on the other side, and eventually underwent the process of spiritualization, becoming a spirit herself. The event traumatized Saki, and afterward she became much worse at dealing with other people and relationships in general, really. The exception is Heart, her best friend since childhood, even before Saki left Japan to study in Britain. As for her Arcana, Bonnery is the Arcana of Thunder. She was once a queen who was praised as a war maiden. Through their connection, Bonnery and by extension Saki can control lightning. As for the term of their contract, she will freely lend Saki her strength as long as she doesn't lose her high-mindedness, her nobility of character. You can probably imagine what Saki must be feeling by the time of the first game. While most people have probably never seen anything like the dimensional instability currently occurring, Saki has. It's the exact same thing she witnessed when Fiona was dragged into the other world. Because of that, she mobilizes to stop what happened to Fiona from ever happening to anyone else. By this point, Fiona has come under the protection of a certain someone and begun working for her. No, don't worry, we'll get to her eventually. I have a lot to say. I hate her. Saki had been told by the Ministry that she would never see Fiona again, so when she suddenly encounters her while attempting to stop Mildred, she can hardly believe her eyes. By the time of the second game, though, she's begun working through some of that trauma. In fact, she even chooses to cooperate directly with the Ministry during the Kanto incident. Her motivation throughout each of the games is pretty simple: stop anyone else from suffering the same fate as Fiona, and if she can, maybe even save Fiona herself. By the third game, she's become much more accustomed to Fiona residing in the other world, even if it still hurts. More importantly, she stopped running away and shutting herself off. She's learned that losing someone doesn't mean you have to shut everyone else out.